Hi everyone and welcome to another BricksMembers tutorial. Today I want to show you the protected downloads element. Like the name suggests, there you can actually protect files with BricksMembers so that they are not visible on the internet, like they are not on Google, and even if someone tries to share a link, it's not possible to download. The user has to be logged in and he has to have a certain user level in order to download a file. So it's actually protected there and not just living somewhere in the uploads folder where it potentially gets leaked or something like that. And there are a few more functionalities, like you can either list it on a downloads page, for example, but you can also assign downloads now to certain lessons or posts or so, and then only show the downloads that are assigned to a certain lesson. For example, in case you want to show some like PDFs or so, or some downloadable files after someone completed a lesson or something like that. So you simply turn protected downloads on here in the modules tab on the settings page, and you click save. And then in your WordPress sidebar, this downloads part here, menu item appears. And there you can directly see the downloads list. By standard, of course, it will be empty and you have to add a new download. So at first you want to set everything up. In the download settings, you have the usual settings here, like maximum file size, if you want to enable download locks or not. And then also if you want to assign downloads to certain posts, then you can also select the post types here that you want to be able to assign them to. That's good because you don't necessarily want that it appears in every single meter box of every single post type if you don't need it, just to keep the meter boxes a bit clean. So here just select only the post types that you want to be able to assign downloads to. And then you can also select an access denied redirect URL. So in case a user cannot download a download or a file because he doesn't have the required access rules, like the correct user level, especially, then he will be redirected to this page that you select here, and you can design it in Bricks Builder or Gutenberg or whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. And you can also redirect him to an external URL if you want to. I wouldn't know why, but you have the option. And yeah, that's all the settings that you have here, like the general download settings. And then you have one more tab here, which is called storage providers, because you can not only protect files here that are being stored on your installation, but you can also protect downloads or files from providers like Bunny or so. And by the way, like locally, these files are saved in a special BRM downloads folder inside your uploads folder that is protected via htaccess rules. So the files also won't appear in your WordPress library, just to let you know that it's not like the standard WordPress files as you would usually upload them. But yeah, let's come to the storage providers here. So here you can select the type of provider that you want to, like either just local storage is the default, then S3 compatible storage, BunnyNet or Google Cloud Storage. I personally use Cloudflare R2 here, so I select that. Then you put in your account ID, access ID, secret access key, and a bucket name, and also path prefix if needed, like all the settings that are required for your certain providers that will change here depending on your provider. And yeah, click Save Provider Settings, and then your provider will show up here in the downloads when you add a new download or you edit one. So let's add a new download here, or let's show you how that works. You click Add a new download, then it's pretty straightforward actually. Just put in a title, the description, and then you can select file source. So local upload, you can just select any file there. And then remote storage is quite interesting. So now I have it connected to my actual BricksMembers Cloudflare R2 folder. And here, now it opens this select remote file folder here. Now I could select all the BricksMembers versions here. Of course, it's not what I would do on a membership site, just because I had this Cloudflare R2 already, so I connected that. But yeah, it shows pretty nicely how it works. Like you can store your files anywhere and just access them from here easily. And then you can also add a download image. That's essentially a featured image there. And then you can also select the required user level here so that only people that have one of those selected levels here get access. Then you click create download and it appears here in that list. Can also have a look here at an existing download here, for example, like my Devscape Plus, like my favorite normal digital product that I sell on my website. And there you can see how everything is set up. I use local upload so far. I think in the future I will also switch to remote storage. And yeah, that's how it works. So it's actually super easy to set up. You really don't have to do much here. And now it gets interesting because now you can either create a page with all downloads, or you can assign the downloads to a lesson page, for example, and only show the downloads that you want to. And what's also important to know about downloads is that the downloads are actually a custom post type, so you can easily query them in Bricks Builder, but we also have an element for that. So you can decide freely if you want to use the element for a quick setup or if you want to use query looping in Bricks Builder. So let me show you how that works. So here we are in Bricks Builder on my downloads page, and here I use the query loop version. So as you can see here, I have the usual grid and then a card wrapper where I run a query loop. And when we go into the query loop here, you see it's just a normal post query loop on the post type protected download, sorted by menu order, etc. And then when you scroll down here, like I could now also set match required levels, but it's not really needed because users cannot access those downloads anyway. Like if a user that doesn't have the required user level for downloading that, then it would simply redirect to the selected page from the settings before instead of letting him download the file. So here I did not select any filters here, but of course I could do that if I only want to show the downloads that have the same user level assigned as the user has. Then I could just go onto match required levels here, select match or match plus empty or no match, like whatever you want to show here, just like it is with all query loops. But like I generally prefer here actually to show all downloads, because now you could redirect them again to a page when they don't have access to a download, where you simply place a link to where they can access the download, like buy it, and then eventually you make more money if someone wants this download but he doesn't have access to it, right? So it's again a bit better. And then here in the query loop you can see I have the usual elements here, like my structure, download image. Here you can see BRM download image. Also you can select the size there, etc. Heading is just normal post title, because like here the title of a download, this is just a normal post title, nothing else. And then dynamic data linked to BRM download, like this dynamic tag here, as you also find in our dynamic tags reference here, outputs only the URL. That's why I have that in here. By the way, like here, like all tags, like you can do double point link and then it will output a complete link to it. You can also like output the URL of a download from a certain ID and also a link from a certain ID, and also image URL, ID, thumbnail, link, plain, like strip the HTML tags with a fallback and stuff, like similar to like what Bricks Builder usually does with like image tags, etc. So you have quite a few options there. It's always like worth checking out for all modules. The BricksMembers dynamic tags reference here in our documentation. There you have an overview of all dynamic tags, because it's actually a lot of data that we offer you there. Anyway, so when we go back here, then I have post content, just normal WordPress post content here for the description. It's like this field here. What you see is what you get editor to make it a bit nicer. And then also I just have normal icon element here from Bricks Builder with BRM download tag link here again in the footer. Yeah, actually I should not do that H4, but on membership sites it doesn't really matter because it's not SEO optimized anyway. Mustn't be SEO optimized here. But yeah, so this is how you can structure it. Like you can literally design the downloads page or like even the downloads on a lesson page however you want. So this way is a bit more complicated, but it also gives you like 100% design flexibility, because you can literally pack everything into that query loop and design it exactly as you want. But as mentioned, if you scroll down here to BricksMembers, we also offer protected download element. So when I add that, I should place that of course outside the query loop, because otherwise we have so many downloads. Where is it now? Here, protected download. So here I can now select single download and then select which download I want to show here. Here in the single download, you can also select use downloads assigned to current posts. So if you have downloads assigned to a lesson, for example, then you can also just only display a single download here. And downloads list, I think quite self-explanatory. It just shows all downloads here. I will keep it to list now. By the way, you can also show more stuff like file name, and you can open a new tab. Download title, you can show that there. all that stuff. And you can also show it as a button. I prefer like using the title and the button. It's better. Now, of course, we don't have actual button styling yet, but here it's also included or integrated with automatic CSS. So I can now select my primary button styles. And now you see suddenly we have the actual buttons here. And you have a few more display options for like showing titles and file names, file size, download image, download description, and all that stuff. And you can select manual list items there if you want to, but it's not actually necessary. And also the layout here, you can define the layout. Like here, for example, you have no vertical, but you can also do a horizontal layout here like that. Then with content or top and above. So you do have a lot of options here when it comes to customizing the output of this element. It's just a little bit quicker than using query loops. But usually if you want to have full design flexibility, then the query loops way is the better one. But yeah, that just makes it a bit quicker, right? So yeah, this is how you use this protected download element. But now let me also show you how to do that or how to handle that when it comes to assigning downloads to certain lessons or other posts. So here, for example, I could now, after creating my downloads, go to courses. So our content structures here. And there, let's say you have the cameras lesson, then you can open the quick edit modal here, and when you scroll down, you have this protected downloads fields. So here, for example, if I want to now assign only the Deftscape LUTs to that lesson, then I assign that, click save, it's saved. And now, as you can see, Deftscape LUTs is assigned to that. And now let's just go to that post. I don't have any downloads here yet, so I will just open here my single post template. So let's open the single post template here. So let's do it quick and dirty here. I will just copy that whole grid from my downloads page into the single lesson here. Let's just do it at the bottom. Yeah. So looks ugly, I know. Looks ugly, I know, but I just want to show you how it works. So card wrapper. Now, of course, it shows all downloads here because I did not apply any filters to my query. Now, if you scroll down here, I already showed you before, like match required levels, but there is one more here, and that is assigned downloads. When I turn that to only downloads assigned to current post and save it, and now I go to that cameras post here, then you see it only shows me that download. Of course, it looks messed up now because the styling doesn't match here, but you see it only shows me Deftscape LUTs because I have assigned that here. And by the way, that works for all posts. So let's just go to the normal WordPress post edit screen here. When you scroll down, there you also see the protected downloads part, and you can just assign downloads to that post. So that's quite useful if you want to show some downloads on lessons. So now you could, of course, use conditional logic, for example, so that download only shows up when, for example, the progress has been completed here, like the progress checkbox element. There you could, for example, use the updated matched wrappers functionality here to conditionally show the downloads only after the user completed the post. That also works with our video element here, like the events here. So after video threshold reached, update matched wrappers, then you can also select, for example, that wrapper element here and conditionally show via Bricks conditions this download or the downloads for the current lesson only after a certain percentage of the video is watched, etc. Like how that exactly works is a bit too much for this video here because there I want to only talk about the drip functionality. So I suggest you to also watch the progress tracking video because there I explain how this update matched wrapper stuff here works, not just for drip unlock, but like here also progress changed. And also an upcoming tutorial is not online yet about the new video element, which is actually pretty cool. I will make that a bit sooner this video. How that works here with the update matched wrappers. It's actually exactly the same as with the progress checkbox here. You can essentially copy the settings, but yeah, it will also be in the video tutorial about this video element. And then you can make it happen that the moment a certain percentage of a video is watched or the user marks the lesson as completed, then directly the downloads appear. Then he doesn't even have to refresh the page or so. That's pretty cool. So it also all works with the downloads element. And let me also show you how it looks like when I actually download an element and it's blocked. So for example, now here I have my devscape LUTs. So now I click download, and because I have access, it downloaded it directly. It's like the wrong LUT file here now because I'm just testing that. Let's just see that everything is right here. Yeah, I applied the freeware VND system LUT file, so this is correct. Now let's say I would just use a user level that I don't have. So elite, what user levels do I actually have? Let's have a quick look. Okay, yeah, so I should not have these user levels. Cool, update download. And now when I go back to downloads here and I click download, then you see it did not download the file again because it's just being blocked. So I cannot download this file. Now I just went back to this page here because under settings, I have the downloads page set to that redirect page. So everything is correct here. It's just like you would realistically, of course, select a page here that describes what just happened. Hey, you don't have access to this download. You can purchase it under this external URL or something like that. And by the way, in an upcoming version, we will also make this access denied redirect URL here available per download so that you can redirect users to different pages depending on the download itself instead of just using one general page for all downloads. But let's also have a look how it works when you don't have a page set. So when I do it again now, it just shows me you do not have permission to access this download. So if you don't set a page, it's also clear for the user. It just doesn't look that nice. And yeah, that's everything you need to know about the protected downloads module of BricksMembers. I find it super powerful because downloads are actually protected. They cannot be seen anywhere on the internet. They cannot be shared, etc. At least not the links. Of course, people can always share files. There's nothing you can do about that. But at least they are not hosted anymore on your servers. Users actually have to purchase access to them. And by the way, even if you don't want to build a full membership or learning management site, if you only want to protect downloads, because maybe you sell something in your shop or so, then you can totally also do that with BricksMembers just by using the user levels they automatically get assigned after people purchase a certain product. And then they have access to the downloads. So you can totally do that for your blog or wherever as well. So yeah, that's it for this video. I also suggest you to check out the progress tracking video here because there you learn this partial page refresh there. There you know then after watching this video how you can let downloads appear that are assigned to a lesson after the lesson is completed.